The Renault Zoe might look like just another small car, but in actual fact, it's very different. And that's because it's electric. Now, if the thought of that fills you with nightmares about range anxiety and charging points, then stick around and let's see if the Zoe's good points outweigh its limitations. To begin with, let's consider how practical the Zoe is. Noting first of all, it comes with 5 doors as standard, unlike a lot of small cars. And the battery is packed under the seats, resulting in quite a large boot for such a small car. Perfect for this large suitcase, or perhaps a baby buggy. However, this backrest, while folding down, creates more space. It doesn't fold flat, and it doesn't split 60-40. In the back, there's room for 2 adults, although legroom will be a squeeze for taller passengers. Up here in the front, there are plenty of places to store your everyday clutter, including cup holders, storage here, a little shelf here, and decent-sized door bins. The dash is neat and futuristic, complete with this touchscreen showing essential vehicle information such as battery life. Talking of which, let's go for a drive. But not before I give you a score for practicality, for which the Zoe scores 8 out of 10. There are 2 things that immediately hit you when you first drive the Zoe. One is how high up you sit, and that's thanks to the batteries being underneath the seat. And the second is how quiet it is. Now, considering the Zoe will mainly be driven in towns and cities, both are real bonuses, because you get a fantastic view of the road, and the peace and quiet gives a real sensation of relaxation. Performance is good from a standing start because that electric motor gives its all from 0 revs. However, one criticism I do have is take it onto the open road and it soon runs out of puff. You can really feel that electric motor only pushes out 87 brake horsepower. As for 0 to 60 times, 13.5 seconds. Hardly stuff dreams are made of. Well, not my dreams anyway. The regenerative braking also takes some getting used to, the system harvesting power to feed back into the battery to maximise range, which can make the car feel quite jerky when you slow down. Ah yes, range. Renault says it would do 130 miles on a full charge. From our experience, it's more like 80. At least you'll be having fun though, because the Zoe handles really well. That's thanks to partly because the weight of the batteries is so low down, and when you turn into corners, there's a really good response. True, the ride can be a bit fidgety when you're going quickly, but all in all, the Zoe offers a refreshingly different driving experience. Something I really like about the Zoe is the supremely generous spec. Even the entry-level model comes with climate control, cruise control and sat-nav. Of course, none of that is really any good if you run out of battery, is it? And that's really the elephant in the room here, because until cars like this Zoe can offer a better range than 80 miles, they just won't appeal to most buyers. However, what if you can charge it at home and you would very rarely go over the 80 miles a day or even in a week's worth of driving? Well, in that instance, the Zoe is right up there with the most appealing of the current crop of electric cars. Especially now you can buy it with batteries outright, rather than having to buy the car and lease the batteries separately. A £5,000 grant from the government helps to bring the price to £14,000 if you lease the batteries, which cost from £25 per month, or about £18,000 if you buy car and battery outright. A charge will only cost £3, although it can take between 30 minutes and 9 hours, depending on your power source. The availability of charging points is also improving. Here, where we are filming, there are 16 within a 45-minute drive. And you can even use a domestic socket if you need to. Based on its performance in a slowly growing class of electric vehicles, this Renault has a lot to offer. If you would like to make the switch to electric, the Zoe is a good place to start. Overall then, it scores 8 out of 10. For more in-depth reviews about other new cars on sale, please go to the Telegraph Cars website by clicking here, and don't forget to subscribe to the Telegraph Cars YouTube channel by clicking here.